This isn't just anyone saying this. Astronomers at Harvard University are suggesting a mysterious object that floated through our solar system last year may have been an alien probe. Hear me out. The object, called the Oumuamua, which in Hawaiian means a messenger that reaches out from the distant past, was discovered in October of 2017. In a new paper, the astronomers say Oumuamua may be a fully operational probe sent intentionally to Earth's vicinity by an alien civilization. Joining us to discuss is Professor of Astronomy and Physics at York University, Paul Delaney. Good to have you with us.
Good morning.
Appropriate choice of tie.
I'm trying.
What is it about this that leads astronomers to believe that this is an alien probe reaching out?
Let's not get too carried away here. There is a suggestion by a couple of astronomers that this might be of an artificial origin. I think they're reaching a little bit. It's a little bit of speculation. The object that's behind us, as you said, Oumuamua, that's an artist's impression. We actually don't have a photograph of it, but that is what the data suggests it could look like. So we've got an object, as you say, that floated through the solar system at about 88 kilometers a second about a year ago. Yeah, it was really zipping along. It's from the interstellar medium, so it's not bound to our sun. So it came from afar and it's going to go out again. It's on its way out already. We observed it for about 6 weeks, very strenuously last year. So we collected a whole lot of data. And as has been pointed out by many astronomers, it generated what we call a non-gravitational velocity signature. That is to say, as it swung through the inner solar system and on its way out, it moved in a way that wasn't just explainable by its gravitational signature from the sun. What does that actually mean to everybody? It means that the object could have been outgassing like a comet. So, you know, if you've got a balloon and you open up the end of it, it sails off very, very quickly because of this pressure from the gas. Most comets do that type of thing as they move through the inner solar system. The snag was we couldn't see any outgassing from this object, and that has led to all sorts of speculation, like it was a big solar sail from an artificial intelligence.
What about this idea that it being a light sail, which is a spacecraft that exists on Earth, which solar radiation propels it? Is that a possibility?
It's a possibility. Is it a likely probability? No, because to be like that, it would have to be incredibly wide and very, very thin. We have no evidence to suggest that that was, in fact, what we were seeing.
All right, well, a paper has been submitted. We mentioned this. This is up for peer review.
Yes.
Alan Jackson from the University of Toronto Centre for Planetary Sciences invoked famous astronomer Carl Sagan when asked about the paper, saying, Carl Sagan once said, "Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence." And this paper is distinctly lacking in evidence, never mind extraordinary evidence. So based on the facts that we have, do you think an alien probe theory should be published in a scientific journal?
I'm very surprised. This is a 5-page paper, and only the last 2 paragraphs talk about the possibility of it being of an extraterrestrial origin. So most of the paper talks, quite rightly, about the science that is being performed on this particular object based upon the data we've collected. That's all fine. To then speculate on these last 2 paragraphs, as is done in the paper, is odd. I'm not going to go any further than that, but it is odd. And as my colleague at the U of T has suggested, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. It's not there. It is not that extraordinary. Is it puzzling? Yeah, but we only had about 6 to 8 weeks worth of data because we picked this object up after it went through closest approach to the Earth and closest approach to the Sun. These things are hard to find. We couldn't look at it for really a long period of time. And as I said, we've got no definitive imagery of it. It was too small. We are not going to get any more data because it's really a lot further out. So we're never going to be able to resolve this issue based upon the data that we collected.
Unless they send in another sign. I'm just kidding. Professor Delaney, thanks so much for that.